Alright, what has this delightful system got for us today? 21758R2. Still formerly unnamed, the planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. And it isn't worth our time. Don't even give it a name. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. Boring.
I have detected an anomaly.
I'm sure you have. Don't be rich, you bastard.
Registration BW4610034087. Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration.
Impact and then deceleration, so we took a big hit. Right, keep scanning. Oh, come on, let's not be that fussy. We've got plenty of resources, let's be honest.
Launching probe.
Who are we taking with us on this? I feel like he might not trust her to do it, but do we take Miranda? Because Jacob and Miranda had a thing. And he... I think he'd still trust her. What I mean is trust her isn't she's part of Cerberus, and he clearly isn't. He's working on the idea that this was forwarded from Cerberus. I can't remember if we ever find out, but I seem to think that it's Miranda who sent it. So I think we take Miranda just to see what's going on. There isn't really, like, I could take Garrus, but then I'm only taking Garrus because I want to take Garrus. Grunt is... I don't want to risk Grunt right now. He's preoccupied. And she does look good in black. I mean, as a real FU, we could take Jack, but... okay, what was I gonna do? Was I waiting for tech? I think I was waiting for tech, wasn't I? Jacob... okay. Actually... Biotic lifts tighten the guns. It doesn't prime them, does it? Let's leave it for now. He's still got his shotgun. Yeah. I want to use Slam just to see what it's like first. Very pretty. Quite inspiring music. And here we are.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful. Technology or information still inside.
Can I go that way? Thank you. Let's see. This is quite pretty. In fact, this is very pretty.
There it is, and mostly intact. It could have survived impact, but it's been years.
Yeah, it's definitely an odd one.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years 200.
What?
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Oh, something bad has happened here.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger...
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as... Record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under
Yeah,
emergency
it
command
makes
protocols.
sense.
Other
The captain
flat
dies.
issues. Unsafe deceleration. Local food and neural decay. Beacon activation protocols.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora,
That's great.
regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Who's in command of this ship?
Very
Where
odd.
are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Yeah, you can tell.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. Now she's so innocent. They all are. And the look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Oh, God. Just atrocious.
What? What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
Can we go over? No, we can't. Give me all your credits. Where is it? Where are you? Stop hiding. There you go. That seemed like a really long time to have to wait.
Crash, you can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't.
Pretty damning, Jacob. Apparently your father wasn't Captain Material. I don't like not having a weapon out. This feels very wrong.
You came from the sky?
We did.
The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill
Okay,
them.
let's start
Agents
shooting.
Of the liar, he will not escape.
Charge him up!
Yeah, we're just gonna wreck these guys.
Have a nice trip!
Oh, but I really want to use throw. Yeah, okay. We got to pull?
Nice trip!
Missed.
Down you go.
Oh, Miranda, what are you doing? Stay in cover.
One less.
She's down there, right? Yeah, she's there.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You okay?
killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
We do, but we probably also shouldn't leave her there. A lot of credits, considering this is more build up as like a tech thing. I'm not sure that and I might be completely wrong, but I'm not sure that the ship's size quite matches what they would
Strip
be.
for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
What is that?
Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Alright, keep your anger in check, Jacob. We're... Star people. That's what we are, we're star people.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell?
Would there be a way of filtering out the toxin, though?
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Okay, they clearly should not have brought Jacob. Jacob, go on.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
It does feel like worship, doesn't it?
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
This is not good,
The
Jacob.
hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
Do they... Well, they know that...
You're up!
I mean, if you're going to shoot at me, I'm going to shoot back. That's just how it works.
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
That
Yeah,
would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
I'm not buying it.
Please, here. You could end it. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
What's on it?
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay.
Which is what
My
happened.
father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
The beacon was fixed after a year, so the plan must have worked. Why no signal?
Those weren't the last entries on the casualty list. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too.
God.
After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out, but they did fix it.
Yep.
The signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Neither do I.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find
wrong.
this man.
We're going to put him down. That might be the wrong stance, but we're going to put him down. That one and that one. Job done. We're going to scare the locals. Miranda, not phased at all, turns her back on an exploding drone and the shields pop.
Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The Hunters started fighting back.
It looks like... I don't like this. I tell you what, you pull, I'll walk. My armor wasn't on. Bullshit. I think that's just dead. Yeah, okay. This music is very good. I'm not sure I've said that for a while. Yeah, did the thing.
Make activity.
Can we get some detonations in this place? Oh, they are such a nice addition, even though they're not quite as good as they are in 3. Any more? Oh god, there's loads. Get one of them in. Should be there. Yeah, okay. I'm not buying anything that he's saying.
Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
That's what's happened, isn't it? Things got a little bit too real. People turned against him a little too harshly. And he's now decided that it's all over and he wants to go home. One of them.
Nice trip.
Not a problem.
Shield down.
You say not a problem and then you don't do it.
Here we go.
No, come off it, dude. Really?
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father. Back up. You're up.
How did that miss? Try again. Oh, Big Mac.
I'm on it. Down.
I'm just gonna kite it round and just keep spamming that. Wow, that was close. That should have hit me.
Have a nice.
Really, that worked?
Watch out!
Nice. I didn't think that was gonna work.
I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
He can't. There's no way you can justify this. I don't care who you are. Is there any upgrades or anything? Bit of Ezo. It'd be more humane feeding them the damn Ezo. What he's done here. PDA. Segregated. He set up structures to keep the people away from him. Are we gonna shoot him yet? There's nothing to loot here either.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads.
Don't buy it.
I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. Toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
He won't know.
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No, not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you.
Oh, bollocks.
I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. before I left. I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As
What
the
a
decay set
toss-up.
in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy.
And what about the beatings?
Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
Well, that's
Treat
interesting.
them like animals. Big shock. They become animals.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation. But you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I
Put the
should
gun
vent
down.
his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Oh, this is tough. As reckless as Shepard might be, he still... He takes quite a lot of things into his own hands, but he's still... At his core, he's still part of the Alliance. And there'd be... I know that this wasn't a military vessel, but there'd be tribunals, there'd be things, there'd be punishments for this, surely.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
It just doesn't feel right letting him get away with it, but also just killing him feels wrong. Survivors from A are being treated by Alliance personnel with additional Cerberus support. Pleased to see Taylor unharmed psychologically by the experience. Jacob Taylor has dealt with his father and is now focused solely on the mission. 750 experience. Jacob got barrier and a new outfit, and we got the 20% heavy pistol. That's nice. Almost 25k in fuel money and some EZO.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Yeah.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Was this supposed to be a favor? Or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private.
Oh, interesting.
Shepard, Jacob.
We've got Miranda in the bit of trouble.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Good.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree there.
Come on. We've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
He's part of the crew.
Anytime, Jacob.
And he's been very respectful of the Alliance and my leaning towards them. And he's been very open and honest, to be fair. We're very low on the pistol. 50% against armour, that's quite nice.